today, Riasi. We still outside. Mind on the riches, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we not to ride nobody wave. We're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we're lit.
Trust, clean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Stage drop with leash. Where's the love in the street? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom on the pride of my people already.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They start the drive with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And some room to work. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
To throw, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. On the move past the 40. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The Bills at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. And a new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They run it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Terrell Bernard in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins, complete, Jefferson the target. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, following it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go play action. Cousins. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. To the air again, it's Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Look at the big man rumble. The 40, the 30, past the 20, 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 82 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Cousins. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it, They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, in what they plan to do on offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Regular. 56.
Off the play fake. Allen going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Cousins on first down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Buying time to his Allen hit. He lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, 29 yards. And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To the air, Allen. There's the former Viking, Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Baited your ass on that one.
Puts it off. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to this.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody.
Oh, you're funny.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Fumble on this play.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Tough sledding. They lose.
Shit, that's just as good. -1.
Thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive.
Oh, you said keep it on?
Ends up losing yardage.
Oh, say last. Here we go.
One final try here for Allen.
Pick.
And it'll be intercepted.
That boy got 4 of them things. He got 4 of them things.
The ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
That boy got 4 of them things.
4 interceptions.
I don't know.
Season for a lot of
I
defensive
don't know. I don't remember. That was too far in the past. I don't even know what's going on right now.
I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Oh, almost. Almost. Almost.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms.
I ain't gonna be that dumb to do no shit like that again.
Offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook.
Yeah, you don't get a little breathing room.
Here up to the 5-yard.
Sit him down. Sit him down, Vaughn. Sit down, Vaughn. The game too physical for you. Sit down.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him.
Man, that's a first.
Back near the goal line.
Told you. Oh, okay. 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 White, Jadarius White, whatever the fuck that boy named him.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback.
Shit, I ain't worried about it. My defense been showing up.
Lots of speed, no space.
Oh, I don't even see my damn meter. I don't even see the fucking meter. I didn't even see my fucking meter.
And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
No, he about to be done for a few weeks. Yeah, he done for a few weeks.
From down at the 12.
Those are the game too physical for him. Pick number 5. Oh, you lucky. You lucky I seen that motherfucker coming.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
I got the sense that the defense.
God damn, I thought that was about to be his pick.
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive.
Yeah, I was trying to bait you into it.
But what a great start for them.
I tried to bait you into it.
Guys on D.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Allen taking it himself.
Nah, that's too easy.
Bills touchdown. The sneak success.
I ain't worried about it.
And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
We ain't worried about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Shit. That's about the only thing that's keeping you in the game is the defense.
Touchdown Bass to kick it away. Kenny now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
No, we ain't worried about where we at. It's where we finish. We definitely ain't worried about where we at. So just make sure you look back up there. See what yard line we at when there's about 1 minute left.
Their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Okay.
Now Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook.
On the ball, on the ball.
Get up here to the 26.
On the ball, on the ball.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Cook. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A first down throw for Cousins.
Oh, too slow. That boy Tre'Davious White too slow.
30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Cousins. He's going to air one out.
Get up, boy.
He's got his man.
Get up.
It's taken in for a
Get your weight up. Grady on him. Grady on him.
30 yards.
Yeah.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take the lead. They get one more as the extra points up. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. Take it in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
All right, defense, we need the ball back. We need the ball back.
The Bills
Come on, we on the ball.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time.
Thank you.
And that's intercepted yet again. And
that's game. That's the game.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
Told you, look back up where I'm at when that 1 minute mark hit. I might. See, man. I thought you was about to be some competition. You made me unmute my mic for what?
And one thing to keep in mind in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just taking easy throws. They're playing aggressively and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense. And now the kick is away. Take it in at the 3.
Let's go.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
It feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person that's got mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together
I had that.
Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox.
Oh, wait, what you doing?
Allen. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And Booth picks it up. And the Vikings have it here as they'll start at their...
So what you want me to do? Run the clock out or you want me to try to score again?
Neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit...
I'm asking you how you want to go out.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you want to
Okay, well, shit. Let's do it.
play like that at the right time. It can make everything turn out just okay.
Trying to tell you. Trying to tell you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now, 1st and 10.
I don't know who's gonna be making the play on, but it ain't about to be me.
Cousins to throw. He'll fire.
Ain't about to be me.
And the throw left sideline is caught.
Oh my God! I should have used the possession catch.
They faced during this game where they give up a ton of yards downfield. There has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 is they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins here to throw. He'll fire deep.
Damn, I'm mad. He keep.
And it's incomplete. They'll start throwing to the middle.
Good game, my guy.
This game is over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Vikings, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.